Hey, what's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond. I'm back with the season finale of Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion. Let's get into it. So, it's the night before the final night, and Amina will bless the people with an acoustic music. She's gonna perform her own songs, give them some calmness, some sense of peace. Because throughout this entire process, they've had some crazy times. They've also had some good times. And the one thing that is, connecting everybody together is some good music, right? So, Amina starts singing her song, and it talks about, all the mistakes he's done, how many times I wish he could be right for me. I believed him. Obviously, it's not about Peter, but Peter believes that every song that Amina makes is about Peter. 9 times out of 10, it could be, but of course, it's how it be sometimes. But Sin and Booby, they're talking about, the trip is over. They have enjoyed getting to know one another, and they want to see where it goes, Then I expect to find somebody that they like, they match their energy, and they can really see a future, right? I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about, if the feeling is right, the chemistry is there, why not go for it? It's not automatically saying we're going to get married. Just see where it could go, because just testing, you just never know. You never know where it could lead. You never know where it can go, but it's all about you taking that leap. So after Amina performs, Rich cannot get over the information that Stevie J said. How Shekinah told him that Cisco admitted that he slept with Amina, right? So, Shekinah may be confrontational, but she doesn't lie. Shekinah exaggerates. Shekinah puts 20 on 10 for certain things. Okay? And Rich wants to know, are we going to leave here with resolving a 20-year friendship, or are we going to say bygones be bygones? We're going to just leave it alone, never talk about it, and just end the friendship, So Shekinah wants to know exactly what did Stevie J say, right? So Stevie J wanted to be messy, and he brought Cisco into the conversation. And she, Shekinah admitted, I did tell on you what you told me. You and Amina met at the club. This was obviously the night of the Super Bowl. And you guys got drunk, and you went back to your place, and you guys made out. You guys kissed, right? Cisco says yes, but no tongue. And that was it, right? Yeah, that was it. So I think that for what Shekinah read in between the lines when she said to Stevie J, he's fucking that man's ex-wife, that ain't cool. I think for what she meant in the confessional was that I'm not saying that it went that far. I don't believe it went that far, but we're all grown adults. We all get caught up in the moment. You mean tell me all y'all did was kiss no more than 15 seconds? Just, that's it? No. Come on. Like, there are, like, something tell me y'all must have had a hot and heavy makeout session, and y'all realize that y'all must have sobered up to the point where we cannot take it. We can't do this. This is taking it too far. We've already crossed lines from entering to this point, so let's just stop while we're ahead, Because obviously, she doesn't believe that all they did was kiss. I mean, yes, we're all grown adults. We're all consenting adults as well. If you feel something with somebody, you go ahead and do it. But like she said, it doesn't mean that they had sex, but of course, you guys did cross towards second base, possibly slide into third, but not completely, So, Shekinah tells Amina, because she hears the conversation, she said, I'm trying to be here for you, sis, okay? Because we're trying to resolve some issues. And Amina talked about this. Oh yeah, it was all about the resolvement, because Amina looks as if like, why is this a problem? Why this keeps getting talked about? Because nobody's resolving it. That's why nobody's resolving it. We keep on sweeping under the rug, and we're left with unknown. We're left with what happened, why did it happen, all this and that. That's what we're left with. So let's talk about it and move the fuck on. So obviously, she kind of pretty much, she started the whole mess, but she left. And Rich is trying to give Amina the benefit of the doubt that if what you said is what you said, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to believe you, and then that's it. Fine. I'm going to leave it alone. So then, all of a sudden, sorry, I thought I saw something. Cisco now wants to say, this is my mess, let me clean it up. Okay, we'll handle it then, because I feel like everybody else has a hand in this shit, and you are the only one who just standing there like a lump on a log, not realizing what is going on. Now you want to step in? Fine, step in. Step in. Rich is done, because he's tired of trying to fix shit with the main people who started it. I'm tired of being the MVP. I'm tired of being the mediator. And I cannot feel like I'm the main one that's realizing we have a 20-year friendship on the line here and you're not giving a fuck. Do you not see how wrong you are for crossing that line with your best friend's ex-wife? Do you not see that? Peter leaves because I see y'all in the morning. I cannot deal with it because this is going through Peter's mind as well. I cannot get over this. If I found out that he did something more with Amina, that could mean the friendship is over. Now, he already knows where he stands with Amina, but as far as his best friend, it could really be over. Yeah, because he said, how can I trust you? How can you be so comfortable with going that route, crossing that line, entering that space with my ex-wife? Why would you do that? So like he said, Rich is tired of people sweeping this under the rug. And of course, Amina acts like it's not a big deal because I don't owe Peter anything because of all the bullshit he's done to me that I've had to endure. That's all understandable, Amina. You have every right to. But girl, if you wanted to make Peter mad, you went through the nearest source. If you wanted to get over Peter and you wanted to get back at Peter, you went to the nearest thing, which is Cisco. Do we not know how many times Cisco and Peter have bumped heads? Like, Amina, I really want you to take accountability for your situations. Cisco already knows what he did. We knew he was coming from a petty standpoint. And I want Amina to come to be keep it a buck and admit the same thing. You want to piss off Peter, and you went to the nearest thing, the nearest person that can literally ruffle Peter's feathers. I want you to admit that. While you don't owe him anything, it's still the principle. You do not creep, sleep, kiss, do any other sexual acts with your ex-husband's best friend. Hello, Euphoria. You see what Cassie did to Maddie? You don't do that. You don't do that. No matter how you try to flip it, dice it, dissect it, it doesn't matter. Okay? Basically, yeah, because it's bullshit. I'm trying to fix it. Yeah, so Amina feels like it ain't nothing wrong, so leave me alone. Fine, Amina. So it's the next morning. Peter and Rich are having a conversation of what should we do? Do we fix it? Or are you at the point to cut him off and not help him? He said, listen, I don't want to cut him off. I want to be there for him. But if he did it, I'm going to say bye. And Rich is right there with him. This is 20 years of friendship, of all through the hurdles, all through the trauma, all through the relationships, all through the everything they've been through. And it could easily be gone by a mistake. One mistake, right? And of course, we're talking about his family, his kids, and how we're going to help him. Okay, if there's only so much we can help somebody who doesn't want to be helped. And Rich talks about how the Creep Squad is not about men being womanizers. It's about us establishing a brotherhood and that we've been through a lot of years to get to this point. Well, Rich, you guys are womanizers. You guys are. I'm sorry, because we got marriage boot camp coming in and we're going to see how you and Mariah Lynn go. Okay. So it's the final day. Brooke decided to have an unconditional love event because it's all love that brings everybody together. So they go down, their hurdles, their trials. Marcus knows he did wrong. Brooke knows what she, messed up at. And it's all about doing the work and fixing the mistakes. And if you want the marriage, you want the relationship to work, you got to put it all in. Put your all in, 100%. Then Mimi steps in. She talks about her journey of getting through her hurdle, her trauma, her situations to lead into where she's in a flowing rainbow of love and happiness right now. And that's all because of Stevie J. When Stevie J and Mimi first appeared on the show, Mimi literally had a first look of how the situation came about. With Jocelyn, Stevie, everything. And she witnessed it all on television and did not know anything. Which is why Erica asked her, did you really not know anything? Did you find out all about it on the show? She found it the same time we found out. And it was the biggest lesson. Stevie J was her biggest lesson. And not realizing how stronger than she thought she was. And right now, the strong woman that she is today is all due to what she went through with Stevie. She is still loving him as the daughter, the father of her child, her friend, and she wants to move forward. And Zell said it best. If Mimi can move forward with all the shit that Stevie J put her through, it flashed back to everything. Especially all the way down till when he gave Jocelyn and Mimi that ring. Oh, man. So Cisco got on the stage, and Cisco breaks down because he doesn't fully understand the concept of family due to what he went through. His father left his mom and his brother, and his father did even the most cowardly shit by taking the bunk beds. He took everything they had, including the bunk beds. I'm like, you are a coward ass dude. Ripping out your kids' beds from under them because you couldn't handle being a father, you couldn't handle being a man. And he doesn't really receive love when he's around it because of what he went through. He rejects it, pushes it away, make jokes, make, comments, give weird energy, and he apologizes for his weird energy, for trying to fix situations, creating situations, making everybody else uncomfortable, not waiting for the right time, the right moment to have a conversation. If I rub anybody the wrong way, I am completely sorry. He's been alone since he's been divorced from his wife, haven't seen his kids, and he realizes that the way that I come off is wrong. But for the next 24 hours, can you guys please allow me to be your brother? So the fact that he delivered a speech to open up about him, everybody gave him a hug. To Safari, it makes sense as to why Cisco acts the way he does. It's a different light. And it's a lot of trauma. You never know what people are going through. But as far as us being mind readers, that we supposed to know what's going on with you and come correct, that's not going to happen. I cannot silence or censor myself to tell you how I feel when you approach me wrong and you want to give me, I'm alone, I don't have my kids, I don't have my wife. Not going to work because you never opened up that you had issues. You never opened up with that. So, after everybody has opened up, they're doing scrapbooking with all the pictures that they taken on the trip. Bobby decides to think that it's the right time to ask if Sin and Erica can have a moment to talk about, the issues and move forward and apologize. It's not the right time. Sin said, no, baby, it's not. Erica called Bobby extra. No, not the right time. A part of me is like, then what the hell was y'all here for if y'all weren't going to apologize? Because what happened to Erica and Sin were literally at the focal point of what was going to come on Family Reunion, right? Along with her issues with Safari. And you're not going to want to talk about it. Excuse me. But issues and situations are not going to always be fixed. There will be some issues that will just be swept under the rug. There will be, we don't talk about it anymore. We just see each other where we're at. It doesn't have to be no hate. There's no malice. There's none of that. We're just not going to talk about it, which is pretty much usually what happens. And it's not the end of the world. We can still go out our own way. We can still see, how everybody else is. And that's how it's just going to be. But of course, no, it wouldn't have hurt. But at the same point in time, we're not going to push what doesn't need to get pushed. If they're not in that space, we shouldn't force them to. So after that, and obviously it's still love and flow everywhere. Rich don't want to let this one pass on by, so Cisco, don't get comfortable. Let's go over here. And basically, in a nutshell, Rich wants Cisco to open up because he said it. Every time something was wrong with Cisco, he disappears. They never know what's going on with him. They never know what they can talk to him about because he doesn't talk about his problems. But at the same point in time, while he doesn't want to talk about his problems, he makes it hard for his friends to be open and to be, happy about their situation without trying to make him feel bad because what he got going on, but he doesn't open up. He stays silent. He stays, everything gets, what's the one I'm trying to find? He hides it. He buries it down. He keeps it inside. He doesn't let it out, and it's a routine that Cisco feels like he's not being included. When he doesn't get calls from them, he feels like you guys are out having a good time without me. I see on the blogs, I see on the posts, you guys are at a bar. I'm not there. I feel left out. Like the kid that gets picked last to play dodgeball, And when he doesn't get the attention that he wants from his friends, he finds other ways to get the attention. He becomes petty. He goes for ways to push his buttons. Preferably Peter. Same thing he did with Amina. He knew it was wrong. And he wanted to throw it in Cisco. He wanted to throw it in Peter's face because he was mad that you guys did not call him. You guys did not check up on him. You guys did not invite him out to things, And it's pretty much creating an issue that don't need to be there because you don't want to open about your life. So when he feels left out, it's kind of like, damn. The fact that you have to go out that way to make me recognize you, see you, talk to you. All you have to do is pick up the phone and call me. You do not have to resort to creating an issue or creating a scenario or a possibility that you did this with my ex-wife, you did this with that, you're poking me, you're coming at me. You do not have to go that route. That's petty, that's childish, that's immature. You are a grown-ass man and you should know how to communicate. You don't have to go to childish games. You don't have to do that. And then of course he talks about you guys are the only family that I have left, you know? And Cisco apologizes for being wrong because I already said all that. And Peter, this is the first time Peter is really hearing how Cisco feels. And of course, people will say, you know, I was given a second chance with all the shit that I've done to Tara and Amina. And how would I look if I don't give him a second chance? Because that's my little brother. He's a hard-headed, a soft head makes a hard head make a soft ass. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give him a second chance. Rich about to cry, and it brought me back to when he was on that bridge with Olivia. I just want you to win. And he said, we cannot help you if we don't know what's going on with you. You have to lean on us. Like I lean on him, he leans on me. We all got shit we all got shit going on. Nobody's perfect. Nobody has a happy situation. But it's all about us being together. This is just us. We're the creep squad. We are a brotherhood, you know what I'm saying? And you can lean on us if you need help. We will help you out, you know? And it was a really touching moment. I started to tear up. I'm like, oh my God, you guys are such friends. Aww. So after that, they go to the last final event, which started at the beach, the beginning of the season. Yo-Yo talks about learning how to let her guard down and maybe getting away with family and resolving issues can be a good thing. But what did Yo-Yo resolve? Why was Yo-Yo there? To be a legend, to be, you know, a veteran in the game, that's been around everything. Okay. Erica and Safari, they were actually pretty cool this entire episode. There was no issues. And Safari wanted to bring Erica and Rich together to talk about an issue that happened on the season 10 of New York when Erica and Safari guest starred in, and Rich didn't receive, you know, the Rich energy was off because he did not receive the welcoming that he thought he would by Erica. And without realizing that he was still might, they caught him saying he'll spit on her because he did not receive the warm welcoming he thought he would. So he was in his feelings, right? And he apologized. He meant no disrespect. And Safari was like, because I know you, and I know you guys have a history. That's a fact. And Erica wanted, you know, closure because you're my friend. I love being around you. I love your mom. And I don't know why I couldn't come to you and do this and do that, you know. And they moved on. And this was Safari's help to help Erica heal. Because Erica does hold grudges. She does have a lot to let go of. Not just from what she's going on with Safari, but in herself too and what she's also done. And again, Safari is not using this as a way to get closer to Erica because they still have to work on their individual issues as well. They have their own individual journey that they have to work on before they want to move forward in their family. So that was done. Yep. So, yeah, I said all that. So obviously, while this is the last event, this is also Tara's birthday. And everybody wishes Tara a happy 45th birthday. She looks amazing. Peter gives her $10,000. Now, when Tara was moving out of her apartment, or Peter was moving out, something like that, $5,000 worth of Tara stuff was missing. So he wanted to give her $5,000 for that, and also $5,000 as spending money for her birthday. How much was your shit? Was it a couch? Was it a glass? Was it what was worth $5,000? Your furniture? Some clothes, shoes, kids stuff? What was it? She thanks Peter for always remembering her birthday, remember being my friend, and I love y'all. And then she had a joke with Amina. If this check don't cash, Amina give me an Uber. I know that's right. So now they want to end it with a talent show. Peter Guns came on stage. He was on the guitar. You see Rich there. You see Cisco on the mic. You see Stevie J on the drums. Oh yeah. Then they want Shekinah to come up there to tell jokes. She said, I don't tell jokes. I do hair. But obviously, Shekinah is known for roasting people. So she roasts Safari a few times. She talks about if you ever slept with somebody else's girl. And Marcus stood up. He was real about it. Safari said no. She wanted Safari to dance because, you know, Safari likes to do his dance every time. And This was a really good reunion. She had a great time. She won a chain of the world. Safari goes up. He says his talent is sleeping. Um, Bobby does a magic trick with a, disappearing, reappearing tissue. So then, they ended it. Am I there? I'm almost there. Yeah. So then they started to reenact some of the iconic moments of Love and Hip Hop New York, right? They talked about the scene with Jonathan. I'm missing. I'm blanking her name. I forgot her name already. But it was with Jonathan and Rich and Anais, and how Jonathan was screaming top of his lungs about he got her number. He's a liar. That was Jonathan. Then they did the scene with Tara, Amina about the ID. When everybody fall in love, I can't help it, And it was just me. I'm an outlet. I'm his wife. Slap the ID on the hand. And nothing fake about that. Classic times. Classic times, right? Then Mimi, Jonathan, and Brooke, thanks everybody else for coming out. This has been fun. We know we had a great moment, great experiences. Some issues were resolved, some weren't. That's totally fine. It's just knowing that they were there. And everybody can move forward with love in their life, And it's been a good moment. So everybody closed out with they wouldn't change a thing. This was a fun experience. I don't want to go home. This is my family, my best moments, my best memories here. And y'all, that was the end of the season and the end of the episode. Now, this season was much better than the last season, right? But I want Love and Hip Hop to come back fully. That's what I want to come back, all right? But we got more in store that's going to happen, especially with Black. I don't know if I'm going to I might review Black in Compton, but I don't think I'm going to review Black in Chicago. I don't think I'm going to do it, but I'm going to let y'all know. I'm going to think about it, but that's it, you guys. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for my next video, and I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.